Boston, Tampa Bay has been having to win. It just depends on who gets hot.
The Philadelphia Eagles do have an opportunity.
To be honest, I thought you were going to say the Atlanta Falcons.
No, fuck no.
Oh, God, yeah. That would have been warranted.
Paul George to show up again, and they need Reggie Jackson to be the best point guard left standing outside of Trae Young, who's hurt.
What is going on, everybody? It's a little blank here. There's no one else here, just me. I'm Tbone. This is MV3. We're here. I'm here, just me. It is what it is. Kyle's sick or something. Not a problem. I can roll solo. I love hearing myself talk anyway, so we're just going to let it rip. No problem. Got a couple things we're going to go over. You heard from Kyle and I on Sunday morning. So we kind of covered some of the college football that happened, a lot of those upsets and all that kind of stuff that occurred. So not going to get into that really much at all. Going to look at the next weeks ahead. We are going to go into week 1 of the NFL, a small little recap, and then also look at week 2. And then to wrap it up, I'm going to do my tier list of NFL teams post week 1. So where do I think teams are week 1? Going to be a little bit of a reaction. But no problem. Let's start with the college football slate. I'm going to pull them up right now. Let's see what we got. There we go. So we're going to kick off this week on Friday with Arizona, Kansas State, top 25 matchup. I think it's going to be a good game. It's one of those, I don't really know what you're going to get. I think it's going to be good. I think Kansas State wins pretty easily, if I do say so myself. Avery Johnson, potential Heisman guy, or he's throwing his hat in there. So let's see what kind of rolls out. Current line, Kansas State -7. I like that. Fight might come down to 6.5, depending where it's at. But I think Kansas State could cover a touchdown. I don't think that's anything crazy. We're really just going to go kind of look at the top 25 matchups, just kind of who are the big dogs playing, any big matchups. It's a pretty big game to kick off on Friday night. Bama, Wisconsin. Man, I wish Kyle was here. I could kind of just like, what are you going to tell me about like Wisconsin? I don't think he would say they would win. I don't think he's crazy enough to say anything like that. But, it's negative. Alabama -16 on the road. If Wisconsin wants to make any noise, they have to at least win by or lose by less than double digits to make any noise. See if it happens. I don't have it. Give me Alabama -16. I'd even possibly bump that up to -20. That is on Saturday morning. We're still in the Saturday slate. Oklahoma State, Tulsa. Not much there to talk about. Oklahoma State, Alan Bowman should be rolling. Oak State -19. Give me that. Nothing really to talk about there. Let's just get that game rolling. Yeah. This game I actually think is a sneaky game. LSU, South Carolina. LSU stumbled against USC in the opener. They have a history of traditionally losing their first game of the season. The issue is I think they lose this game. I think South Carolina kind of pops them in the mouth and it takes them by surprise. LSU's only favored by 7 to begin with. So I think South Carolina's a sneaky play here. I like it. I'm going to be taking South Carolina. Listen. I don't want to talk about this game, okay? I get enough shit. We are the defending national champions. So just believe that one. The issue here is we don't have a quarterback. -24.5. Fuck it. I don't know. Give me Arkansas State. I don't know, man. They're going to win the game, but dear Lord, does that offense look so bad. It hurts my heart. It really does. It actually does. It hurts my heart. I hate it, but it is what it is. Michigan, whatever. Take our Kansas to cover because that offense sucks. That total, it's just 48 is what we're shooting for here. Man, it's a big number to cover for a team that can't score. Like, this isn't going to be a 48-0 game, and if it is, oh dear Lord. Hopefully they made a change of quarterback. They probably didn't. Surprise. But let's keep it moving. There's a bunch of games to get through. Or I'm just going to kind of pick a couple that I think are interesting. This Boston College, Missouri, Mizzou minus 16. That seems like a lot. I understand they're at Missouri. Missouri is potentially a playoff team. Starting off hot. Well, they got their quarterback. Hasn't started great. I mean, like you can see the stats over here: 456, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. It's not great, but he's a great player. So give him Mizzou there. A rivalry in Corvallis. I think Dylan Gabriel and them figure it out. So give me the Ducks. Quack, 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 quack. Miami. I think Miami's back, you guys. Miami hasn't been back, but I saw on TikTok today, if there was a team that said that, or if someone from, say, Abu Dhabi, one of those rich motherfuckers, came over and said, we'll give you $100 million a year, but you gotta basically sell your soul. Who's willing to do that? Give me Miami. Miami was on that list of the TikTok I saw. I concur with that. Miami would absolutely sell their soul to be coming back. G-Reg with the third leg. If you know, you know. That Miami would absolutely sell their soul. But I think they're back before that. So, look at that. They're back. Tulane, Oklahoma. Tulane. No. Oklahoma, you got that by 2 touchdowns. Notre Dame, Purdue. Wow. Coming off a loss against an obviously unranked, an NIU team, Northern Illinois. Shout out Huskies. Woo, woo. Yeah, man. I don't know. Riley Leonard hasn't thrown a touchdown this year, even in their win. Man, they're at Purdue. I just noticed that they're at Purdue. Give me Purdue. You know what? Fuck it. Give me Purdue. All right. I think Notre Dame kind of has I've always said Notre Dame, Florida State, very similar kind of teams, right? They're always back. They're always kind of overrated. They're always overhyped. But no, they're back this time. And they never are. Miami used to fit in that category, but I don't know why I always think Notre Dame, Florida State. Maybe it's that gold or like, I don't really know. I love Riley Leonard at Duke. It was the first time I ever watched Duke football after being a Duke basketball fan my whole life. He doesn't look good right now. So give me Purdue. I think they stumble again. They do exactly what Florida State did. Lose game 1, get upset again. Boom, they're done. I think they're done. This makes Notre Dame dead. If the lost NIU didn't make them dead already, I understand 12-team playoff. Oh, my God. Yeah, but it's not really a 12-team playoff for Notre Dame. It's really only an 8 because they can't get one of the top 4 seeds anyway. So they have to be the best at large, one of the best at large teams. And are you going to take a Notre Dame who might have 2 losses and 1 being to NIU over a 2-loss SEC team to potentially Bama, Georgia? No. Fuck no. The answer is that. Utah State, good rivalry. Utes. Cam Rising, fucking stud. This is the Cam Rising I thought we were going to get last year. Unfortunately, he kept being hurt. Stats up there, 346, 7 touchdowns in 2 games. Guy's slinging it. 7 touchdowns to 0 picks in 2 games. That's pretty good ratio. Let's do that. Ole Miss and the guy with the coolest name, Jackson Dart. I love it. Ripping darts on the field and smoking darts off the field. I love the guy. Don't know if he smokes darts, but I like to think he does. You know, it's like in Ricky Bobby or Talladega Nights. Like, I like to think of my Jesus with like a cool like tuxedo T-shirt. Like, hey, I'm here for serious, but I'm here to party. That's what I think Cam Rising is. He's old as shit, but you know what? I'm here to ball out. That's Cam Rising for you. He's Ricky Bobby. Ole Miss, excuse me, not Cam Rising, Jackson Dart. Throwing darts, ripping darts, Jackson Dart is here to just throw the pill around. It's gonna be fucking great. Give me Jackson Dart all day long. Give me Ole Miss. I love that. I don't want to talk about it. Bingo. If you ain't first, you last. You absolutely fucking right. And that's Jackson Dart, and he's first. Now, potentially, an even better quarterback. Man, I just went over 3 great quarterbacks. Cam Rising, Jackson Dart, Quinn Ewers. I understand I'm going, and then Carson Beck over after that. Man, all these games, great quarterback play. College football has great fucking quarterback play now. They just do. It's so much fun to watch. Like, I already said Jackson Dart. Now, the guy that broke my heart, all right? Quinn Ewers. You fucking mullet-having son of a bitch. They smoke UTSA. Yeah, give them. This game's going to be like 48-3. Might be 65-3. I don't fucking know. Texas all day. Also, fuck that tight end. Also, if I'm going to get back to the game last week, fuck that tight end. What was this big, bumbly, helmy-looking wide receiver or tight end? Who the fuck is this guy? Never heard of in my life. Now he's the next coming of fucking Brock Bowers. Whatever. I hate it. I do like Texas, though. Like, I'm not... Like, I remember watching the USC-Texas game back in 2005. Like, it was such a fun fucking game, and I love Texas. They broke my fucking heart. But I think they're real. I think they're a very legit, solid team. Kind of like how Michigan lost, came back with Natty. Texas lost. Give me Texas. Georgia, Kentucky. Good joke. Georgia smokes. NIU, Nebraska. I'm going to watch this game. One, because I've been to the Uni Dome. Granted, it's not there. Game's not there. It's in Lincoln. But Dylan Raiola might be him. He might be him. 2027 first-round pick, number 1 overall, Dylan Raiola. Book it. Don't actually know. Can't see the line on that one. I don't really know why that is. To be honest. Might be a little far away. It is the night game on Saturday, so I don't know. Don't give a fuck. Give me Nebraska. Last one, Tennessee, Kent State. Tennessee's Nico Imalaeva or whatever. Guy's a stud. Guy's also slinging the pill. A couple picks. I think it was first game. Don't remember. But yeah, he's the real deal as well. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Kind of how my feelings on some of the games for college football this coming week. But let's move on over to the NFL. Wow. What? Just wow, right? So we'll go, let me pull this up, get over on the week 1. Obviously, me and Kyle, we talked about the Ravens, Chiefs, Packers, Eagles on that Sunday morning right before all the games kicked off. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot to look at here. It's week 1. You don't want to overreact too much, but as someone as myself who gets to come talk like a fucking dumbass every week, this is what I live for. Like, I'm going to overreact to all this shit. Steelers. I will say, I told Kyle this. I have Saquon and I have TJ Watt parlayed as the offensive and defensive player of the years. After week 1, the only reason the Steelers won that game 18-10 is because of TJ Watt. The only reason the Eagles won, it's Saquon. I'm just saying, after week 1, my bet looks fantastic. I still stand by that. I love seeing the hometown native, the hometown kid, TJ Watt, the homie, doing his thing out there in Pittsburgh. Congrats on the baby, by the way. I told you that too, but congrats. Yeah, it's just great. Steelers defense, I don't know what that offense is going to look like. TBD. Arthur Smith, pick it the fuck up. Thank you. Cardinals, Bills. Surprising. Cardinals kind of were giving it to the Bills a little bit. 17-10 at half. It was really 17. Was it 17-3 for a while? And then the Bills scored right at the half. Got the ball back, scored again, shut the Cardinals out, scored again. And then they just kind of took it over. Josh Allen, clear number 1 fantasy quarterback. If you didn't think so, he fucking is. That was a really fun game to watch. Corey, man, the Bears Titans, what a fucking awful game. Okay. Oh man, I don't know what was worse, the offensive play by the Bears or the interception by Will Levis. I know the answer is the interception by Will Levis. And I have a lot of Caleb Williams stock in some dynasties, okay? But he did not look good. He didn't look good. The defense carried him to 2 other touchdowns, and he did just enough. And I understand that, but I don't know if that kind of elite level defense is sustainable by the Bears. And if that offense doesn't even pick it up or can't pick up or score a touchdown, man, those Bears are in trouble. But good job, Bears. I guess you get a win. You get a win for that game. This game cost me a lot of money. Patriots, Bengals. I don't know. I might be out on Joe Shiesty. I don't know what the fuck's going on. To be honest, I don't know. Joe Burrow's supposed to be healthy. I don't know. Maybe show up to fucking training camp. T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. Maybe like let's go try to win some ball games. No, we're gonna come in late. We're gonna tickle ourselves a little bit. Then we're not gonna fucking do anything. We're gonna lose to the Patriots. Like, what are we doing? At home. Thanks. Another fun game, actually. Texans Colts. You know, CJ Stroud, 234, 2 touchdowns. Not a lot of passing yards, to be honest. I think only 2 people in the NFL passed for over 300 yards in week 1. So a little bit running back heavy. Like, I think like Mixon had a good day. Stevenson had a good game. Jordan Mason had a good game. I'm trying to think. J.K. Dobbins had a good game. Varilla Efficient too. A lot of solid running back play in week 1. My guess is because, you know, week 1, you're not showing everything, but you're also kind of knocking off some of that rust. So it takes more time for the passing game to catch up. So the running game, here, hand the ball. Blah, blah, blah. It's great for the offensive line. You just hit the fucker in front of you and let's go. But yeah, so CJ Stroud looked fine. Anthony Richardson, not great efficiency-wise, but, 29-27, you're there with the team who's favored to win your division. It's a good way to compete. I don't see the Texans losing to the Colts when they go to Houston, but not a bad game. Dolphins, Jags. I might have lost some money in a while, but the minute I saw the handcuffs on my boy Reek, boom, money on 100 yards and a touchdown for Tyreek Hill. 7 for 130 and a tutter. Dolphins. The Jags actually looked pretty solid too. I'm not going to lie. There's only a handful of teams that I was like, holy shit, you guys are bad. Those are the next 2 games. But Dolphins will figure it out. 20 points. I think they left a lot out there on the table. But yeah, I mean, you kick a game-winning field goal week 1, you got to feel good about it. Yikes. So last year, if people remember, I was all in on the Saints. I said they could go 12-5, whatever, lead the NFC because I thought the NFC was really weak. This is the fucking Saints team I was talking about, okay? This is the team. Now, they are playing the worst team, in my opinion, in the NFL. I did also say on Sunday, maybe the Panthers sneak away with this division. Wrong. Okay, that's me. Hand up, Tbone was wrong. Okay. I can admit when I'm wrong. Just I have to do it on my own sake, not when Kyle is telling me that I'm wrong. I'd say, fuck you, Kyle. Fuck you. But man, Saints beat the shit out of them. Yeah, I mean, Derek Carr looked like that fucking MVP he was like 6, 7, 8 years ago. Or potential MVP. A little alarming, Chris Olave didn't do a damn thing. Not really alarming because no surprise to me, Chris Olave fucking sucks. But I'm just saying. The next game, man, what a stinker. Sam Darnold slinging the pill. I said, why would you not draft Justin Jefferson? Sam Darnold will be fine or capable enough. He was. The Giants and the Panthers are competing for the 2 worst teams in the NFL. it is what it is. Vikings. I don't know what the Vikings are going to be because I think you're still going to ride those flows with Darnold. You're just going to have to because if he was a great quarterback, he wouldn't be bouncing around. But we'll see. I don't think the Vikings are going to sneak in and win some not like this game because this game I picked them as like no doubt because the Giants are bad. But I think the Vikings will have some opportunities to steal some games, possibly like against the Lions, against the Packers. Just they have enough weapons, and if Darnold just doesn't screw it up, Aaron Jones looked pretty solid too, 1494 in a tut. Not a bad stat line. My boy, my second favorite team in the NFL, the Los Angeles Chargers. Jim Harbaugh's re-entry into the NFL, not debut. Debut as the Chargers coach. They ran the piss out of the ball. J.K. Dobbins, 10 for 135 and a touchdown. Real efficient. He didn't really do much until the second half. Raiders are going to Raider, but the Chargers, I think they really honed in on their defense. They're going to run the ball. Joe Alt could potentially be the first person. I don't know if first person ever, but I could potentially see Joe Alt winning Offensive Player of the Year or Offensive Rookie of the Year because that guy made Max Crosby a non-factor, and I believe they went against each other 15 to 20 times in the game, and Joe Alt not put him on the ground, but like made him a non-factor. Joe Alt, great pick. Such a Jim Harbaugh pick. I love it. Seahawks Broncos. This was just a game of who sucks less. Right now, it seems to be the Seahawks. Fine. I don't know. I don't really have any faith in either of these teams to be good. So it is what it is. The Browns and Cowboys. God, man, I don't even want to like talk about this because like I think you got the whole Deshaun Watson issues. Deshaun Watson is seems like such a piece of shit. With now more of the stuff coming out, he's being sued again for like this time damn near the R word somebody. That's just not cool. Obviously, in the Browns game, like $200 million guaranteed. Knowing what happened in Houston, but then he exonerated. You know, you can't. At some point, if I got 40 people saying, "Hey, you're a pretty shitty person," maybe you're just a shitty person. I'm just saying. But kind of overshadowed the game. CD didn't impress. I mean, still 5 for 61. Wasn't bad. Wasn't great. Cowboys just kind of took care of business and won the game. It is what it is. Dak 179 for 1. It's none of these off. None of that often. Like no one really exploded. But fine game. Commanders. Baker it's hilarious now that we go from Cleveland to the Bucks. That Baker, I don't know why Cleveland ever got rid of Baker. I understand he has his problems. He looks really great right now. And the Browns could have kept him and not dealing with a serial sexual assaulter. Allegedly. Baker Mayfield, probably the number one quarterback of the weekend, I would say. Look good, sling the pill around. Commanders, not an awful defense, not a good defense, but not the worst. Jaden Daniels will be a problem. He is fantasy relevant right now with his rushing, and his passing is going to come along with that. The defense gave it 37, but I mean, as a rookie going in and scoring 20 points, that's not an awful start. So we'll see. Jaden Daniels will be a problem as long as he can stay healthy. Who knows that's going to happen? Lions, Rams, great game, overtime game. Just fun to watch this game. JMO said, "What up, players? I'm here to ball." It was really fun. It was just a fun game to watch on Sunday night. Stafford coming back to Detroit. Just all that stuff that they got going on. That kind of, not a rivalry, but just the history between them and their quarterbacks being traded for each other and so on and so forth. It was just a fun game. Both teams, I think, are going to be pretty solid. Obviously, Detroit pulls this one out in overtime. That last, 25 yards, David Montgomery just straight up, Dan Campbell just said, "Here, David, just go run through someone's face." okay. And it worked. And they just rolled in the end zone. Touchdown, game over, we win. It was a great time. And then we have Monday night. No Christian McCaffrey, which was kind of like a late scratch. Jordan Mason. This was the Jordan Mason and Jake Moody game. Jake Moody himself outscored the Jets 20-19. He had 6 field goals and 2 extra points. Jake Moody's a fucking stud. I knew that. I've been telling everybody that. But Jordan Mason filled in perfectly fine for Christian McCaffrey. Didn't catch a lot of passes, but he can run the ball, and it just goes to show that you can stick anyone behind that offensive line. I know Jordan Mason and 49ers fans have been a fan of Jordan Mason in general. But when you have Christian McCaffrey, you're not going to get a lot of touches. That could change. McCaffrey might be brought back slower now than he was, because I believe Shanahan said if this was like a playoff game, Christian would have gone. So that kind of just tells you hey, it's more of it's week 1. We don't need Christian going balls to the wall week 1. We need him week 17, 18 playoffs, so on and so forth. So I think you could actually see Jordan Mason kind of get a little bit more of a role. I'm not saying it's going to be 50-50. No, but I could easily see a 70-30 split possibly. Just kind of you're going to ease McCaffrey back, give Mason maybe a drive worth of work potentially, or hey, you get 2 first downs worth of work. Just kind of take some of those hits off McCaffrey, because some people are going to say he's injury prone. Now he's got this thing, it's lingering. Whatever. Guys get hurt. It's the fucking NFL. You can have some nagging injuries. But I could see Jordan Mason kind of filling in a little bit more of a role and kind of alleviating some of the pressure that McCaffrey feels. But that's week 1. Man, it was just a fun time. It's just fun. Football is fun. Now, staying on the NFL. We got a big game tomorrow. Week 2, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to kind of highlight the games that I think are going to be really important. And I'll talk to Packers and Eagles a little bit just to do my own due diligence and respect to Kyle and the boys. But let's start tomorrow, Bills-Dolphins. I think that's a really intriguing game. Conference game. Down in Miami. Man, it's going to be really interesting to see how far Josh Allen can carry and how that offense keeps evolving with him with the new weapons. Give me Miami at home, though. I think in a real close one. I think it's just going to be a fun game. That total at 48.5, I would probably take that over. I still think this could easily be a 30-24, 27-30, something like that. You're easily clearing that 48.5. So give me the over in that one. Yeah, I'm really excited for tomorrow. It seems like we usually don't get good Thursday night games. I think it's a really good Thursday night game. Saints, Cowboys, whatever. Cowboys should roll. Bucks, Lions, I think this is a sneaky good game. Just because of how I want to see how Baker answers against the better defense in Detroit. Going to be good to see. Packers, Colts, I'm just going to say, I think Love is out. I think the Colts would win this. They're already favored. Indy's already favored in -3 at home to Green Bay. I might take Green Bay. Because they can run the ball and get Jaden Reed out in space and get Dobbs and Watson just kind of, not a lot of deep shots. Maybe Packers. Jets, Titans, don't care. Titans are bad. Jets should win that. But yeah. Niners, Vikings could be sneaky, but either way, after seeing what Mason did, give me the 49ers. I don't care that they have to travel from California. Seahawks, Patriots, I think Seahawks win, but I don't care about the game. Patriots, not good. Man, that's just a stinker game right there. Give me Commanders. I understand I'm taking a lot of the favorites, but just give me the Commanders. Giants are so bad. Chargers, Panthers. Give me Chargers. Browns, Jags. Actually, give me the Browns. No, fuck that. What am I saying? Deshaun Watson's the quarterback. If they went to Jameis Winston, give me the fucking Jags. Or give me the Browns, excuse me. But give me the Jags for now. They're at home. T-Law will be fine. Raiders, Ravens by a lot. That's probably that they're -9 right now. Yikes. Yeah, give me the Ravens by 10, no problem. Rams, Cardinals, this one's actually gonna be wow. Arizona's actually favored by 1, so it's pretty much a pick 'em in this one. Give me the Rams though. Conference matchup or divisional matchup, excuse me. Those games are always played tough. Kyler didn't look awful, to be honest. But I just don't know, Marvin got a lot of run and only got 1 target. Kyler kind of missed him for a wide open touchdown. I've never really been a huge Kyler Murray fan. As a quarterback, as a person, yeah, he's cool. He plays games. He's a multi-sport athlete. Yeah, he's a cool guy. But I just don't know what that's going to look like. So, but give me the Rams. I'll take +1, whatever. Obviously, it's a pick 'em. Steelers, Broncos. Give me the Steelers. That defense will carry them enough. Justin Fields starting again, I believe. They'll do enough. Total 36.5. What would that be? 20. Yeah, give me the under. Give me the under 36.5. I don't think that's going to be anything crazy. Bengals, Chiefs. I have no faith in the Bengals right now. Give me the Chiefs by a lot. Texans, Bears. That offense isn't doing shit. Give me the Texans, obviously. Falcons, Eagles. Yeah, give me Philly. So nothing I've said here is like I pretty much picked all the favorites except the pick 'em for the Rams. Like I'm not. This just seems like a very week 2. I'm going off of what I'm seeing. I did pick the Packers to win, but I just don't know if I believe in the Colts fully. The Jets, yeah, there's not like a lot of setups for some upsets. I mean, Baltimore -9, Houston -6, Kansas City only being -5 is a little bit surprising considering how anemic that offense on Cincinnati looked. I would even try to juice that line, try to get Kansas City minus maybe like a 6.5, or if it moves, I can see KC by a touchdown. Same with the Texans. If you get up another half point, or if it goes up to a half point, I think Texans clear a touchdown. That over under though, the Bears could still be pretty solid on defense. Like I said, it's just that offense, so I could easily see that being 21-13 maybe. Something like that. So yeah, those are some of my plays. That's kind of week 2 what we're looking at. And I'll just kind of get into a little bit. Kyle, we got the audio from Sunday release tonight. There's just some delays doing that. So that is our whole like lead up into the season, our award winners, all that kind of stuff. So that is good for now. That's up right now. My solo episode will be uploaded on probably like Friday or Saturday. Just kind of give you guys a little bit of time, listen to the one, and then we'll pump out this one before Sunday. And then next week, I'll be back again, hopefully with Kyle again if he's feeling better. He's a little sick right now. But that's kind of what we're looking at for week 1. We did week 1 recap. Week 2, we just kind of previewed it a little bit. So now I'm going to go into the post week 1 tier list. This is going to be kind of an overreaction. Actually, I want to be able to look at this. Woo! Post week 1 reaction. Where do I think the teams land right now? How do I think this is going to look? And so, yeah, I just kind of want to see these. I'm basically going to go from the Thursday game, Friday, and then just kind of go down the slate. I'm just kind of rank them. So, over here we have, let's see, should I change the Super Bowl favorites and contenders? So, I'm just going to get rid of, we have contenders, we have playoff teams, wild cards, missing playoff, I don't know, don't want that. Let's go. We'll go here. We'll go that red, orange. Yeah, sure. Whatever. That all looks the same. Number 1 pick are just awful teams. Young but intriguing. Mediocre at best is green. Potential wild cards, playoff team, Super Bowl contenders. Right now, so Ravens, Chiefs. Give me the Ravens as a playoff team, if I'm not tripping. They look good. I don't see them not. They look good, even though, I mean, just a toe. They still battled against the Chiefs, so it's not like it was a bad game. But give me, excuse me, give me Kansas City as one of my Super Bowl contenders. I'll probably put three or I'll probably put two from each division, or each conference, excuse me, in the Super Bowl or the division. What am I talking about? Conferences, divisions, whatever. You know what I'm getting. 2 AFC, 2 NFC for my contenders. Next, I got the Eagles and the Packers. I think the Packers are a potential wild card just because I don't know what they're looking at with Love. If Love is back in 2 weeks, I'm just going to put Green Bay as potential wild card because I think they could slip enough where they don't win the division. But they don't have a conference game until week 6, and Jordan Love isn't even ruled out for Sunday. So right now, I'll leave just based off the injury, just off week 1. Give me them as a potential wild card team. The Eagles, they look good enough. After some of that bullshit they had in the beginning, the fumble, the slips, they kind of settled in. So did Green Bay had the same thing. They kind of settled in, but we'll see. So I do think they're still a playoff team, but we will see. Then we have the Steelers and Falcons. Steelers, I think that defense alone is a wild card. Since I have after week 1, I know what I said on Sunday, but I had the Bengals winning this division. I'm just going to backtrack that already. Whatever. Overreaction Wednesday. Baltimore, Pittsburgh, I see winning it. Just because that defense and if that offense can even get a little bit going, good night. Cardinals, Bills. Now, I might have to change this, but Bills. Oh, sorry. The Falcons are putting it mediocre at best. They have the weapons. They could put it together, but Kirk Cousins looks really bad. So, yikes. I don't know. I think they're mediocre. They're young. They're young but intriguing, but not at quarterback. So, I'll put them there because they could be better than mediocre. But Bijan, Drake, and Pitts, they're all young. I'll put young but intriguing. Cardinals and Bills. Bills playoff team. Cardinals, mediocre at best. Just, it is what it is. Titans, Bears. Young but intriguing. They have some pieces. We'll see what happens. Titans, yeah, get fucking ready for the number 1 pick, possibly. You traded Malik Willis away, so you can't go to him. You got Will Levis. That guy sucks. Tannehill's not on the roster to back anybody up. So, that's just kind of where I'm at with that. It is what it is. I think the Titans are one of the 3 worst teams in the league. Oh, God. The next game is the Patriots and the Bengals, and I don't know where to put the Patriots. Right? Like, they're not really intriguing, but they just beat them. So, yeah, I guess give me young and intriguing just because they beat who I had. The Bengals, I'm fully out on. They're mediocre at best until they figure out their fucking offense, which this happened last year. And I was like, it's okay. Just wait. Last in the division. Texans and Colts. Colts, mediocre at best. I don't see them taking that step forward. Good game against Houston, but they're a wild card team, or they're a playoff team. Just, it is what it is. Jags, Dolphins. Dolphins, give me that a potential wild card. So I'll have the Bills winning that. The Jags, also potential wild card. Just, they didn't look bad. Like, there's some stuff to clean up, but I think holding that offense to 20 is very impressive. Now, so that's kind of where I'll leave them for now. Panthers and Saints. Panthers, we know you're last, okay? Don't even worry about it, buddy. You're bad. Now, what do they do with that number 1 pick potentially? Do they give Bryce Young a 3rd year? I don't think so. They go quarterback, a Carson Beck, Shedeur Sanders, Quinn Ewers. Who knows? Number 1 pick contention. Saints, mediocre. I think it was more who they played than anything. Vikings, young but intriguing. They got to figure out their offense and their defense. They looked fine, but the Giants are just that bad. That's kind of where I'm at with them. I put them Giants. Oh, Giants, the other one. Number one pick contention. You guys are so bad. So bad. That's okay. Raiders is my other team as potential number one contention. Unfortunately, they're not great. Give me the Chargers as a potential wild or as a playoff team. Well, hold on. Division. Okay, so those who I have, those are the 4 AFC teams. So yeah, give me the Chargers as the wild card. I'm good with that. I got to figure out some Super Bowl contenders. They're coming down the pipeline. Don't worry. But yeah, that's that one. Okay. Broncos and Seahawks. Seahawks are mediocre at best. Broncos, young but intriguing. Bo Nix is just Bo Nix. We'll find out. Cowboys, they're probably a playoff team. I don't know who I'd pick for Super Bowl. I'd probably just go the Eagles up there though. But I'm pretty confident they're both gonna be a playoff team. That offense was okay enough. The Browns, that I was very high on the Browns defense. They kind of made them look silly a little bit, going for 33 points. I understand some of that was also on the defense of the Cowboys playing well. Browns, if they don't fix the quarterback situation, I could see them being down here this bad. Otherwise, they're going to be. I think they're going to be mediocre at best. But if they don't fix it, they're going to be going way down. The Bucks actually have a playoff team now. Commanders, I like Jaden Daniels. He looks to be okay. We'll find out. Rams and Lions. Lions, I have back up here. Rams as a wild card. Let's see. 1, 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 15. That tracks, right? So, oh no, actually, we'll put the Lions playoff team. The Jets, mediocre at best, but so now we got that. Now let me just kind of go through this a little bit because now I want to make sure I kind of have this right. If I need to adjust, I'm going to adjust. Get rid of this. So that's kind of what we're looking at. So AFC West, AFC North, AFC South, AFC West. Okay, so the AFC, I'm covered on the AFC pretty much there. NFC North, NFC West, NFC East, NFC South. I'm good with that. I'm actually okay with that. I'm good with that in terms of the top 2, 4, 6, 8. Wait, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay, they got to be trip. Because I have Dallas in there as well. That would make it 8, but fine, I could do that. But I think they're in. So even though they would be fine, I'll stick by it. That's what I got. Okay, let's see. So then we have those 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So one of these teams would probably be on the outs. Man, I don't know. I'd probably say the Jags would be the ones that are out. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'll kind of leave this here. But I think the Jags are their potential wildcard team. That's kind of how I feel. So let me see how I can pull this up a little bit different. No, I don't like that. Can I move this? Oh, no, I can't move. That sucks. What? Well, that's so dumb. It won't let me put my picture over here on the right. That's fine. I'll figure out. I'll do this. So I'm just going to say, hey, here's our tier list. And then I will put my picture up and just go. That's our tier list. Let's see what you guys say. Tell me if I'm fucking wrong. Tell me if I'm whatever. But this is what I got after week 1. And that's about it. As always, I'm Tbone. You can find us at MV3 Podcast or MV3 Pod on all socials. My Twitch is Coach_Gets, where we go live through this. And I'm live over there as well. 45 minutes. God, I love talking to myself, apparently. But week 1 in the books. Week 2 looking like fun. College football's here. Let's have a fucking day. Let's have a weekend. All right, guys. I am out of here.
The only thing with the White Sox, I say, they've been coasting into the playoffs, and Tampa Bay's been having to win. It just depends on who gets hot.
The Philadelphia Eagles do have an opportunity.
To be honest, I thought you were going to say the Atlanta Falcons.
No, fuck no.
Oh god, yeah, that would have been warranted.
Paul George to show up again, and they need Reggie Jackson to be the best point guard left standing outside of Trae Young, who's hurt.